Welcome learners. Today I will discuss about common sedimentary rocks. So, the outline of my talk is I will discuss about clastic rocks, then I will discuss about common examples of clastic rocks. After that I will discuss about non-clastic rocks and will give some common examples of non-clastic rocks, and at the last I will summarize my talk. So, learners, we all know that sedimentary rocks, they are made up of accumulation of particles, that is sediments of older rocks. They are either as clast, that is large piece of rock, or as mineral grains, or chemically or biogenically precipitate. So, depending on the origin and nature of the sedimentary particles, sedimentary rocks can be classified as clastic and non-clastic rocks. So, what do you mean by clastic rocks? Sediments of clastic rocks are derived from disintegration of pre-existing rocks. Grain size is quite variable, ranging from clay, silt and sand up to pebble, cobble and boulder size materials. Transported by gravity, running water, wind and glaciers, and they are laid down in various depositional basins like marine, fluvial, aeolian, lacustrine, with that depends on temperature and pressure. So, some of the examples of clastic rocks are conglomerate, sandstone and shale. So, what are conglomerates? Conglomerates, they contain abundant amount of large clast, that is greater than 2 millimeter, like pebble, cobble and boulders. So, clast, they are rounded and they indicate that they have undergone a long distance of transportation by running water, or they are tumbled for some distance by waves. So, here you can see a field photograph of conglomerate with rounded and sub-rounded clast of different compositions. So, we know that chemical cement and matrix during the lithification process, they bind the clast into a rock. So, matrix that binds the large size particles, they may consist of sand and cement, which may be either silica, clay or even calcium carbonate. So, the formation of conglomerate that begins in high energy environment when abundant pebble and cobble size clast, they deposit along a swiftly flowing river or in coastal areas with strong waves. So, conglomerates may be named or they are classified by the amount and type of matrix present, and the composition of gravel size clast they contain, and also the size range of gravel size clast that is present. So, based on the ratio of clast and matrix, conglomerate is divided into two broad classes, that is clast supported and matrix supported. The clast that are in contact with each other and the matrix that fills the void spaces, that is called clast supported conglomerate, and when the clasts are not in contact with each other and the matrix that surrounds every clast, that is known as matrix supported conglomerate. Here you can see a field photograph of clast supported conglomerate, and this is another field photograph of matrix supported conglomerate. You see the clast, they are generally, that is they are greater than 2 mm in size, and they are easily visible in unaided eyes. Normally in a hand specimen you can identify clast of a granular size, that is that range between 2 to 4 mm, and the pebble of size that ranges from 4 to 64 mm. So, this sorting of conglomerate is determined based on the size of the assemblies of clast. So, a mixture of variable size clast is said to be poorly sorted conglomerate, whereas the clast of almost of same sizes, that is said to be well sorted conglomerate. Here also you can see an hand specimen of conglomerate. This is another hand specimen of conglomerate. Here you can see the color and the class, they are different. So, if we talk about the uses of conglomerate, that is used as aggregate for decoration of walls and floors, and also in construction of roads. It is also the host rock of many economic minerals, and you will find conglomerate in lower Vindhyans of Son Valley, then also in upper Siwalik Jurassic rocks of Kutch Basin, that is in Gujarat, and also in Kudappa Basin of Andhra Pradesh. So, another example of clastic sedimentary rock is Brexia. Brexia is also a conglomerate this Brexia also consists of gravel size that is greater than 2 mm clast, except for the fact that the majority of the fragments are angular with sharp edges in shape. So, here you can see a hand specimen of Brexia with angular clast. So, the angular shape of Brexia, it tells that they have not been transported very far from the source area. So, Brexia forms where the gravel size, they are broken and angular clast of rocks or mineral debris, they gather or they accumulate, and then Brexia forms. For example, one of the most common location for Brexiated sediment is found at the base of a hill slope, where you can see the alluvial fans and where this mechanical weathering debris is found. But there are sedimentary rocks that contain a mixture of rounded and angular gravel clast, and they are sometimes called brachio-conglomerate. So, unlike the conglomerate, Brexia is also used as sculptural and in architectural material. So, it is used as an ornamental material in walls. It is also used as an aggregate and in the construction of roads. So, Brexia also they are found in the upper Vindhyans of the Son Valley. There is a type of Brexia that is the third Brexia that occurs in Subatu formation in Himalaya. So, the next example of clastic sedimentary rock is sandstone. So, the name sandstone, this is assigned to a rock predominantly they are composed of coarse grained or the sand sized detrital grains. So, the sandstones they form in a variety of environments, and they often contain significant clues that is related to sorting of particles of a particular size, shape, then composition, and also about their origin. So, sandstone is a coarse to fine grain, that is it varies between 2 mm to 0.0625 mm of this sandstone, that is the clastic rock. So, sandstone is a coarse to fine grain clastic sedimentary rock that ranges between 2 mm to 0.0625 mm. So, here you can see the hand specimen of sandstone that are collected from different location. Here you can see the Siwalik sandstone and this is an hand specimen of Barakar sandstone. Here you can see another hand specimen of jasperoid sandstone. This is also an hand specimen of gluconite sandstone. So, here in the jasperoid sandstone, this is a type of rock that is often associated with silicification, where the quartz rich minerals, they replace the original materials in the sandstone. So, sometimes this jasper they may form within the sandstone through the mineral replacement that creates patterns that combine the two of the materials characteristics. And the other example, that is the gluconitic sandstone. This is also a type of sandstone that contains gluconite. So, gluconite is a mineral that is typically found in marine environments. So, you see, if we talk about the uses of sandstone, they are used as dimension stone for buildings, as concrete material. It is also used in the construction of roads and buildings, and you can see most of the ancient temples, the tombs, the palaces, the gate, and even the fort in India is built up of Vindhyan red sandstone. So, it is also used as an aggregate and also as filling materials. So, you see the popular sandstone, they occur in Vindhyan, Sivalik and Gondwana super group of rocks, and also in many other basins. So, sandstones, they are used extensively as building and decorative stones. There is also a variety of sandstone that is named as itacolemite. This is a variety of sandstone that shows bending or flexibility in thin slabs. So, it is also known as flexible sandstone, and they are found in pockets in Delhi quartzites near the Chakri Dadri in Haryana. So, if we talk about another example of clastic sandstone, that is siltstone. Siltstone is composed largely of silt sized particles, and they contain less clay size material than shale and mudstones. So, the grain size of siltstone, that ranges from 1 by 256 mm to 1 by 16th mm, that is that range between clay and sandstone. Here you can see a hand specimen of siltstone, where you can see the sizes of the grains, they are very minute, and this is also a field photograph where you can see interbedded sandstones, that is they are thick compact that projects layers, and the thin layers, they are the siltstones. So, the siltstones they may contain substantial amount of carbonates, mainly of calcite, and they form cement or fine grained carbonate detritus, that is the carbonate mud deposited along with the silt size grains, and this type of rock is known as calcareous siltstone. So, another example of clastic sedimentary rock is shale. Shale, this is also known as mud rock. They are fine grained argillaceous sedimentary rock, and it consists of silt and clay sized particles. So, shale, they are fine grained detrital rocks, and account for over half of all the sedimentary rocks. Here you can see the field photograph of shale in figure A, where you can see layering, and they are of fissile nature, and in photograph B you can see the horizontal beds of black carbonaceous cells. This is another hand specimen of porcelainite cell where you can see the grains, and in another hand specimen you can see the columnar joints in porcelainite cell. So, this porcelainite cell is made up of banded and massive porcelainite cells in a variety of colors, and porcelainite cell, they are exposed in the Vindhyan basins along the Son river in the Palamu district of Jharkhand, and also they are found in Siddhi district of Madhya Pradesh. So, you can easily identify cell in field. Cell, when they are rubbed with hand, they give a smooth feel. So, when you also pour water in the field or in laboratory on cell, it gives odor of wet mud due to the presence of clays. And also you see the color of the cell, they varies from various shades of grey, yellow, buff color, then red, brown to black. So, the color of the cell depends upon the color of the mineral they present in it. And for example, you see various colors of red, brown and yellow, they indicate the presence of iron oxide or iron hydroxide such as hematite, geotite or limonite. So, it commonly shows that fine lamination and the fissile nature due to the presence of mica like clay minerals. So, here you can see an hand specimen of banded hematite cell where you see the color of hematite, it varies from brown, red, black. So, here this hand specimen is of hematite, they are in bands. So, banded hematite cell. So, cells they are well sorted and they exhibit high porosity and they are very low permeability. So, cells are generally they are found at the bottom of the lakes and the oceans, and even in river deltas and flood plains. So, there is a variety of cell that is in black in color. So, they are enriched in organic matter and which gives black color to the rock. So, cells that are rich in organic matter as kerogen, they are also known as oil cells which yields the hydrocarbon on distillation. So, those are the examples of clastic rocks. Now, let us discuss about non-clastic rocks. You see, non-clastic rocks, they are made up of fragments of interlocking minerals. They are formed by chemical processes such as evaporation, precipitation, recrystallization, or biochemical processes, that is accumulation of the remains of the hard parts of organisms. So, non-clastic rocks, they are subdivided into chemical sedimentary rock and biochemical or organic sedimentary rocks. So, what are chemical sedimentary rocks? Chemical sedimentary rocks, they are the dissolved mineral products that are removed from the site of weathering, and they are transported in solutions and they are deposited in a basin of chemical precipitation. For example, limestone and dolomite. There are also other examples like evaporates like gypsum and rock salt. What do you mean by biochemical or organic sedimentary rocks? You see, when carbonaceous materials like plants and skeletal remains of organisms They form the major components of organic and biogenic sedimentary rocks. They are called biochemical or organic sedimentary rocks. Let us discuss about the examples of non-clastic rock. Limestone. Limestone is a non-clastic sedimentary rock that contains 50% or more carbonate minerals, of which at least 50% is calcium carbonate. So, it has variable sets of colors, but the most common color is grey. And there are different types of limestone. Let us talk about fossiliferous limestone. Fossiliferous limestone, they contain abundant fossils like cells and skeletons of the organisms, and you see most important textural feature of limestone is their fossiliferous nature. So, here you can see an hand specimen of fossiliferous where you can see some of the fossils. So, let us talk about stromatolitic limestone. Here you can see the field photograph of stromatolitic structures in limestone, and this is another hand specimen of stromatolitic limestone. You see stromatolites, they are the organosedimentary in origin, and stromatolites, they are layered biochemical accretionary structures. They are formed in shallow water, and they are formed by trapping, binding and cementation of sedimentary grains by microbial mats of microorganisms, especially the cyanobacterial or the blue-green algae. So, another limestone is oolitic limestone. Here you can see hand specimen of oolitic limestone, and here you can see oolitic limestone in thin section, where you can see the sand size rounded pellets of calcium carbonates. And you see the oolitic limestones, they are the examples of non-fossiliferous limestone. They are white to grey in color, and they are composed of extremely well sorted spherical calcium carbonate grains of concentric nature. They are called widths that are between 1 to 2 mm in size. So, another limestone that is coquina. Coquina, this is poorly cemented limestone that is composed mainly of broken cells. Here you can see in this figure the shelly limestones that comprise of broken cell debris. So, its name is derived from a type of bivalve, that is the coquina cell, that is which is common on beaches in southern Florida. And these coquinas, they are usually readily identifiable by their colors like yellow to white, and they are very porous in nature. So, limestone, this is the most abundant chemical sedimentary rock, and if we talk about the uses of limestone, they are used in the production of cement, paper, fertilizer, petrochemicals, glass, and in pesticides. So, it is also used as a building material and in the manufacture of lime and carbon dioxide, and it is also used as white pigment or fillers in the products such as toothpaste or paints. So, almost you see all the Indian states, they produce some quantity of limestone, and the important limestone producing states are Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Chhattisgarh and Tamil Nadu. So, another non-clastic sedimentary rock we will talk about, dolomite. So, dolomite is also known as dolomite rock, dolostone or dolomitic rock. This is a type of sedimentary carbonate rock that has a high dolomite mineral content, and it is widely distributed and frequently found along with evaporites and limestone. So, dolomitization is the geological process that turns calcite into dolomite, and dolomitic limestone is the word for any byproduct that results from this process. Here you can see hand specimen of grey crystalline dolomite, and in the other photograph you can see this is a field photograph of thickly bedded dolomite. So, the uses of dolomite is they are used as an ornamental stone, as a concrete aggregate and the source of magnesium oxide. So, learners, you see rock samples collected from the field, they are studied in the laboratory at macro, micro, even in micron and nano scales, and a microscope is used whenever you see the texture and mineral components of sedimentary rocks that cannot be determined by unaided eyes or with the aid of an hand lens. So, the microscopic examination provides significant information related to constituent minerals like framework grains, cement, matrix, grain texture, porosity, sediment maturity and diagenetic features. So, learners, the detailed analysis of the framework grains, matrix, cement and texture, these reveal the diagenetic history and origin of the rock. So, the common minerals found in the sedimentary rocks are quartz, orthoclase, microcline, plagioclase, muscovite, biotite, chlorite, calcite, dolomite, zircon, tourmaline, rutile, garnet and staurolite. Here in this thin section you can see quartz arenite, you can see felsphatic arenite, then lithic arenite and volcanic clastic sediment sandstones. You can see matrix, cement. This is a thin section where these common minerals of sandstones are there. So, learners, let us summarize what I have discussed today. I have discussed about the clastic rocks where these clastic rocks are made of fragments of rocks or mineral grains that have been broken from pre-existing rocks, and the non-clastic rocks, they form from the precipitation of minerals from ocean water or from the breakdown of the cells and bones of sea animals, and the conglomerate, sandstone, breccia, shale and siltstone, they are the most common examples of clastic sedimentary rocks, and limestone and dolomite, they are the most common non-clastic sedimentary rocks. There are also other examples that include ironstone, phosphate, salt and evaporites. So, common minerals found in the sedimentary rocks are quartz, orthoclase, microcline, plagioclase, muscovite, biotite, chlorite, calcite, dolomite, zircon, tourmaline, rutile, garnet and staurolite. So, thank you learners listening to the talk. Thank you.